What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Adventure Outpost. In tonight's adventure, we are rocking back in with the collection, and we are feeling pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Because today, we are going to go into all of the crazy, awesome deals that we picked up for the month of July. July was an insane month for deals. All these different collector boutique items going on sale. You had an Arrow 50% off sale. We had the spring into summer sale from Kino Lorber. We have the Criterion sale going on all month. We've got our regular pickups that we've been picking up. It's just been a while since we've done a haul, so we're going to show off everything in between and all that good stuff that we picked up in the month of July so far. All of our crazy deals. The Kino Lorber sale has ended. The Arrow sale has ended, so we're going to go through not only just what we picked up in that sale, but I'm going to show my entire collection for both of those boutique labels. See where we are now, and we'll see towards the end of the year when we do another video, see how much they've grown since then. I'm also going to show off all of the Criterions that I've picked up so far, along with my entire Criterion collection now, and see how that's grown so we could chart where it's going in the future. I don't have too many more that I plan on picking up till the end of this sale. Devil in a Blue Dress did come out today, which I'm probably going to pick up at some point. Wasn't like a day one that I needed to do, but I do think whenever I next go out to get my last round of them, I'm probably going to pick that movie up. I do have it on DVD, so an upgrade is definitely necessary. And the only other Criterion that I'm still on the hunt for that I haven't been able to find in stores, that I guess I'm just gonna have to order if I don't eventually find it, is Shaft. But other than that, I've been able to find most everything that I was looking for, that I was interested in, and I'm going to check one or two more stores, hopefully seeing if there is anything else that strikes my fancy. But with that out all the way, we're gonna dive in. But very quickly before we begin, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button so we can fuck with the YouTube algorithm, and let's party on. And we're gonna start with our Arrow video collection. And we're just gonna kick it right off. We're diving into everything that we got. I don't have too many titles. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 titles, with the majority of them that I've picked up here in the Arrow sale. So, starting us off, we have the American Werewolf in London. Wasn't cool enough to get the awesome 4K whole package that they have for it. This is one that I got a few months back when Arrow was doing like a random sale over in, I think it was like March or April. So I didn't get to get the 4K one. This was just a simple Blu-ray one. They did have in stores the actual really cool 4K one, but at that point I already had this one, and I wasn't really trying to double dip that badly with that one. Maybe in the future if it strikes my fancy, but for now I'm okay with that Blu-ray. We've got Children of the Corn, a movie that used to scare the absolute shit out of me as a kid. I haven't watched it since I was a kid either, so I'm due for a rewatch. That one is also just a simple Blu-ray. That is another one that I picked up along with American Werewolf in London way back in that April sale. But the first of our pickups for the 50% off in the month of July sale was Major Dundee, a movie with Charlton Heston and Richard Harris, directed by Sam Peckinpah. An absolutely stellar movie from the 60s. If you haven't seen this movie, you need to add it to your collection. You need to give this one a shot. This is a great fucking Western. 60s, I'm in a hard 60s kick right now, and I am just loving everything that they're putting out. The 60s is a fucking just phenomenal time for movies. And this is one that is right up there with the best of the bunch. This was just a phenomenal movie. Another one we got with our 50% off sale was My Stepmother is an Alien. I had never even heard of this movie, but once I saw it and saw that cover, I was like, I gotta get it. Dan Aykroyd, Kim Basinger, and freaking Allison Hannigan. So, and she looks like she's like such a little kid in this movie. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to diving in and taking a look at that one once I finish my 60s kick and start checking out the rest of the stuff. We've got our first big boy, and that is Robocop. This came out a while ago. I got this. This was not part of the 50% sale, but once it came out, I knew I had to get it because I fucking love Robocop, and the only version of Robocop I had of the old one was the DVD, so this was sorely needed for an upgrade. So I went ahead and grabbed this bad boy. Next up, that was also part of the Children of the Corn and American Werewolf sale from back in March and April that I took advantage of. We've got Tremors. Fucking just phenomenal movie. This was another one that I needed to upgrade. I still kept my DVD of the original Tremors because it came as part of a collector's pack that came with the first 4 Tremors movies. So obviously I had to hang on to that bad boy because Tremors 2 is still pretty solid. It's after Tremors 2 that we started to fall off the bandwagon here. But this fucking movie is phenomenal. And then our last 2 that we got as part of the 50% sale is, first off, True Romance. Just an absolutely stellar movie. This is a movie that I had the DVD for, but I don't know what happened, whether it was a friend who came and had borrowed it or something happened, but I had the DVD case, but when you opened it up, there was no movie inside. So for God knows how long I had True Romance, but didn't actually have True Romance. But now I have True Romance again, and I can actually watch it again. This is a phenomenal movie. It's just so good. Not really much on the back, but that front cover is just stellar. And then finishing it off for the Arrow collection is Wild Things. A fucking just wild movie from the 90s or early 2000s. I don't fucking remember when this movie came out. I'm looking back here, but it's not going to tell me. And we ain't going to waste too long. 1998. I was right, late 90s. This is just a fucking great erotic thriller. It's just phenomenal. I'm glad I was able to get with this big, sweet case because I like how it comes with like a little booklet where it gives you like a little like essay on like somebody's like thoughts on the movies and stuff. It's cool. It's a really cool box set. Definitely worth picking up. And if you haven't seen Wild Things, you got to fucking get your ass on top of that because this movie is just fucking stellar. But now we move on to the Criterions. My Criterion collection has seriously grown with this sale. I've really picked up a bunch. I only had a few before it, mostly because that high price for Criterion is really just like that's staggering on the old wallet. But the sale that they popped through is fucking incredible because it really just shaves off a lot of that price. It really makes it worthwhile to go out and actually get a bunch of these. And they have put some stellar lineups. I've already in this little haul, I've gotten a bunch of movies that I've been able to watch that absolutely floored me. A bunch of 60s cinema that I was able to pick up that has absolutely floored me. And I'm just so happy to have been able to get some of these in the collection. So starting that off, 12 Angry Men. I saw this movie in my government class when I was in high school. Fucking loved it. It was incredible. We read the play that it was based on and then watched the movie, and it is just stellar work. I had it on DVD, so finally was able, in this 50% off sale, to finally upgrade it and have it now on our Blu-ray. We've got Ace in the Hole. This is one that I've had for a while that I've still had to watch. It's one of the few Billy Wilder movies that I haven't watched. I don't know why I haven't fucking started yet, because Billy Wilder is my favorite writer-director, so I don't know why I haven't hopped onto this one. It's like I'm running low on Billy Wilder movies, so I'm like holding that one in the canon so that like I always have one to look forward to, because I feel like once I finish that one and maybe like one or two others, I'm out of Billy Wilder movies, and that makes me sad. We picked up All That Jazz. This is a movie that I actually saw for the first time on my flight to Aruba back in December, and I fucking loved it. It was so good. Roy Scheider is absolutely phenomenal in this movie. This was just a movie that just floored me. Even watching on a tiny screen on an airplane, I was still like, this movie's incredible. And I can't wait to own it. I didn't have it on DVD. It was one of those movies that I knew about, but I'd never like come across to be able to buy. So to be able to get this in a Blu-ray format, so I can actually watch it. I can't wait to watch it on like a bigger screen and a bigger format now. So I can't wait to pop this in and give it a shot. My first blind buy, Barry Lyndon. People rave about this movie. I've never been able to. This is another movie that I knew about it, but had never come across it to be able to watch. It'll be another Kubrick movie to knock off in my collection. At the runtime, staggering 3 hours. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to this, but I will be getting to this soon because it looks like a stellar movie. We got Bringing Up Baby, Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn. I never know Catherine or Audrey. This one, I didn't get this in this sale. This is one that I got last year, but haven't been able to watch it yet. But obviously, I gotta hop on that because Cary Grant's the fucking man. One of my favorite film noirs. This is probably my favorite Billy Wilder movie. I don't know. It's so tough. He's got so many good ones. It's so tough. but it's Double Indemnity, the 4K Double Indemnity. This movie is one of the best film noir movies ever made. It's one of Billy Wilder's best movies. It's just absolutely stellar from start to finish. If you haven't seen this movie, you need to get on it. For all you people that don't watch older cinema, you need to start doing your deep dives in your watches, and you need to start going back into the 40s and the 50s, and you need to watch these old classics, because these movies are fucking incredible. They beat 90% of what's put out today. Another movie from the 60s that I was able to knock out was fucking so good. It's Flight of the Phoenix with James Stewart. I had seen the remake. It came out, I think it was like 04, 05. I was in high school and I saw it in theaters. And I liked it. And obviously now seeing this one in the original, I'm just like, that new one is like dog shit. But I was a kid. What did I know? I just liked going to the movies. This movie is the fucking superior one, though. This movie is so good. It's such a slow, tense burn. James Stewart, so good in it. Richard Attenborough is phenomenal in it. Just everyone in this cast is just firing on all cylinders. This is a great freaking movie. Another blind buy, trying to knock out my Akira Kurosawa collection, high and low. This is a 60s movie, so you know I can't wait to dive into this bad boy. So gonna drop into this one soon. I got a wedding and a rehearsal dinner tomorrow and Thursday. But after that, for the weekend, the missus is going away with her friends. It's going to be smooth sailing all by myself. I'm doing nothing but watching movies. This one is at the top of the list. We've got my man Humphrey Bogart, fucking king, one of the greatest of his generation, High Sierra. This is a great movie. You could see why he became such a star. Like, he just absolutely carries this movie. And this was the movie that kind of propelled him into those leading roles. And he just has such a presence about him. Like, every actor from like back in that generation of like the 40s and 50s actors, like each one of them had just such a unique cadence about them. They were just fucking stellar performers. Oh, we got the rest of the pile. We got The Last Temptation of Christ. This is a movie I got last year, watched it, just fucking bizarre, insanely crazy, absolutely surreal movie. Martin Scorsese, Willem Dafoe, just such a trip. We got Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder. This is another one I picked up last year, but this is just a fucking stellar movie. Love it. I'm trying to collect as much of his work as I can because he is just such a stellar filmmaker. And fucking Korean cinema I might like, for some movies, I like Korean cinema more than I like American cinema. It is just sometimes so fucking good. We've got Mississippi Masala, an early Denzel Washington movie. I've yet to watch it, but obviously I had to pick it up because I think I'm missing like maybe 2 Denzel Washington movies at this point. So I had to get this to just have another one there in the collection. Definitely looking forward to checking it out. We got another Bong Joon-ho, Okja. I've actually never seen it. I remember when it came out on Netflix and I always meant to watch it and then I just never did. Super excited that it actually got a physical release. I wish more streaming sites and Netflix would physical media more of their stuff. I mean, you can keep it on streaming and still also release it on physical media. Like, we'll do both. Like, I'm not going to get rid of Netflix even if I own most of the movies that they put on there. Like, that's absurd. I'll do both because I'm a psycho like that. So I hope they do more. But really happy to have this one in the collection. I can't wait to check it out. We got One Night in Miami. This is another one. I think this was on Hulu or Amazon Prime in early January of 2020. And I'm glad it's got a physical media release now because this movie was a great movie. I'm glad to have it in the collection. Do more of that streaming. Like, us collectors, the people that are still collecting these movies, we will do both. We will have Hulu and own your original movies that were on Hulu. We got Police Story and Police Story 2. Fucking stellar movies. Jackie Chan is an absolute legend. I got these last year, and I love this movie. I go back to it all the time because I think the first Police Story, especially, one of the best kung fu movies ever made. It's so fucking good. We got Raging Bull. This just came out, like, I think a week or 2 ago. Great movie. I can't wait to watch this again. I haven't seen it in such a long time. I watched it in high school and college a bunch. I haven't seen it in a long time, so it's going to be good to revisit that one. We picked up Summertime, which I think this one is it still Catherine? It's still Catherine. I haven't seen this movie yet, but it was a 50s movie. I had to pick it up. I love watching old cinema, so anytime I could pick up an old cinema movie to give that one a shot, I'm going to do it. We got The Thin Red Line. It's a war movie. I've actually yet to watch one of the few World War II war movies that I haven't seen. I think the runtime was always like keeping me away, and the fact that Terrence Malick is very hit or miss for me. He's definitely a really phenomenal filmmaker. It's just sometimes his movies are just a little too much for my taste. But I definitely want to give this one a shot. And then we finish off our Criterion with The Virgin Suicides. As a movie I actually just watched yesterday, or the day before yesterday. And it was a pretty wild movie. It's actually really good, very entertaining. Subject matter was a little wild, but I definitely think this movie was super interesting. It was never boring, and it was a solid ride. So definitely check that out if you haven't. Kino Lorber is perhaps my favorite boutique label right now. I just love the spines and the slipcovers. Everything about their aesthetic and how they're putting stuff out is just firing on all cylinders for me. They are absolutely my favorite boutique label. Got a lot of great classics. They're putting out a lot of really good movies. And everything they're putting out is just phenomenal. So we're just gonna dive right into all the good stuff of theirs that I've picked up. We started off with A Fistful of Dollars. I picked this up day one when it came out because this is just the Sergio Leone Man with No Name trilogy is probably my favorite one. I'm very bummed that I missed out on The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly when it first came out. I was sleeping on my collecting at that point still. It wasn't as great as it is right now. So that is the only one of the trilogy that I still don't have. You can order it. I just can't bring myself to get it without a slipcover. So I'm holding out hope that they'll reissue and re-release it with a slip, and that I can get it with the slip instead of having to go to because you look on eBay and people are trying to sell it for $400 and it's fuck off. So I'm hoping to add Good, the Bad, and the Ugly at some point. I'm sure it'll happen one day. I'm sure one day if they don't re-release with a slip, I'll just bite the bullet and just get the regular one without the slip. It'll kill me, but it's not the end of the world. You hear that, TJ? It's not the end of the world. We got The Apartment, another great Billy Wilder movie. Billy Wilder, I don't think has ever made a bad movie in my eyes. At least of the movies of his that I've seen, every single one of them has been fucking incredible. This one is just a phenomenal movie. Jack Lemmon is just fantastic in this. Such a fucking good movie. You need to check this out if you haven't. If you don't know Billy Wilder, you better get your ass on some Billy Wilder because you are missing one of the greatest writer-directors of all time. We've got Black Moon Rising, one of only two Kino Lorber releases that I have here that doesn't have a slipcover. But I had to check this movie out because Tommy Lee Jones, Linda Hamilton, 80s sci-fi stylistic movie, so I had to pick it up. It's something. It's something. Not great, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. We've got Breakout Pass, Charles Bronson. Fucking love me some Charles Bronson. He is just badass all around. This is a solid little Western movie. I really love this fucking slipcover though. That front cover artwork is just really awesome. We've got Breakout, another Charles Bronson movie. I think that's who else we got in there. We got Robert Duvall in there too. I actually have yet to watch this. This is one that I got so far in the spring into summer sale. So was Breakout Pass was also part of that sale. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. We've got Deep Star 6. I've actually yet to see it, but I needed to pick it up because it came out in the year of my birth, 1989, and I'm trying to pick up every movie that was theatrically released that year so that I can watch. And this is one of those ones that I've got added to the collection, still have to watch. We've got Eastern Promises, another really good fucking movie right there. David Cronenberg, just Viggo Mortensen's phenomenal in this movie. I haven't seen it since it first came out and I saw it in theaters, so I definitely need to rewatch this movie. We've got The Eiger Sanction. This is the one that I picked up here in the spring and the summer sale. This is one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. This movie is such a fucking trip. The whole finale on the mountain, the practical effects work that they did for this movie is fucking phenomenal. If you haven't seen this movie, you absolutely have to check it out. It is one of Clint Eastwood's best. Then we got For a Few Dollars More, the second in the Sergio Leone Man with No Name trilogy. Another just fucking stellar movie. Sergio Leone is another one. I don't think that man made a bad movie, especially at least Westerns, and of what I've seen, he's just absolutely rips them. Just phenomenal, stellar work. We've got FX and FX2. I've only watched the first one so far. It was a neat little movie. It's super inventive to have it be about like a stunt man helping the FBI could fake a murder, but then it turns out that the murder actually was real and they've pulled one over on him and now he's on the run for the crime. I don't know how they're gonna strike lightning twice with the second one, but the first one was like a solid 90s action movie right there. We've got The Great Escape. Such a fucking good war movie. Love this movie. Charles Bronson in there. You got Steve McQueen. Who else we got today? Richard Attenborough again. James Garner. Just so many heavy hitters in this movie, and it's so good. Just phenomenal. We got one that I got as part of the spring into the summer sale. One of my favorite movies of all time, and that is In the Heat of the Night. Just an absolutely great detective cop movie with Sidney Poitier. It's just fucking phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, you absolutely have to see it. It's just a stellar movie from the 60s. It also comes with the 2 sequels, They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organization. I've only seen They Call Me Mr. Tibbs, and I was not a fan of that one. They should have just left this one as a standalone and just let the fucking amazingness of that movie stand on its own. Then we got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I fucking love this movie. I'm so mad at myself that I waited too long to get this and I lost out on getting The Slip, because The Slip, was fucking just stellar with it. This movie fucked me up. It was wild. I watched it right after I had gotten my booster shot for COVID, and I had yet to learn that when you had, I'm dropping it now, that if you've had COVID, your booster shot actually just absolutely takes you out of commission and just gives you like a cold for 24 hours. So I got decimated by it while I was watching that movie. And when I went to sleep that night, had the most visceral dreams involving that movie. It was just one of the worst nights of sleep that I've ever had in my life. And it was just I was just sitting there, just shivering in my bed, just and all the time it was just pretending I was a pod person from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was a trip. So that movie really fucked me. Moving along though, we got Misery. Fucking phenomenal movie. James Caan, may he rest in peace. Absolute stellar Stephen King classic right here. And then we got another as part of the spring and the summer sale. We've got Out of Sight. Just a great fucking Steven Soderbergh movie. George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez. This is just a fun action comedy caper. It's just so good. It's just quintessential Steven Soderbergh. It's a movie that only he can make. It was just great. We got Silence of the Lambs. Fucking absolute classic. What more is there to say that hasn't been said about Silence of the Lambs? We got Some Like It Hot. Yet another fucking Billy Wilder classic. The man is an absolute legend. He just fucking pumped out hit after hit after hit after hit, because that's what fucking legends do. And then the last one in the Kino sale, in my Kino collection as well, is Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Great little spy thriller. I actually saw this when I was in film school. I was able to go to the premiere of it in the city, and this movie was just really fucking good. It was just fucking stellar. It was just a great, solid spy movie. And then last but not least, we have just all the standard movies that we've been buying since the last time I did a haul video. I think I haven't done one since all the way back when the Raiders Steelbook came out. So I figured show you all the other stuff that we got as well this last few weeks. We kick it off with Ambulance, a solid Michael Bay action movie right there. You know what you're getting with that. I picked up the Jack Reacher 4K Steelbook. Just has some of his badass lines in the back. The first movie, great. Absolutely great. Second movie, not so much. And then we picked up a bunch of stuff that was either upgrades or just saw cheap slipcovers that we added to the collection. 21 and Over, dumb little comedy. Ride Along 2, actually haven't seen it, but I had the first one and figured I'd pick this one up. It was cheap. American Assassin, haven't seen it, but obviously I'm picking it up for pretty cheap. 4K, why not? We finally got the Candyman from Shout Factory. This movie fucking ruined me as a kid. I think I saw it way younger than I was supposed to, and I didn't sleep for like fucking 48 hours. It was just, that movie just wrecked me. That and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the only two movies that like seriously psychologically fucked with me when I tried to go to sleep at night after watching them. We picked up The Craft. It's a movie I've always wanted to see. I actually haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to diving into it. One of the few big 90s movies I haven't seen. I finally picked up the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Steelbook. It was cheap. I think it was like $12 finally. It dropped down, so I was like, yeah, why not? We'll jump on that bad boy. We got the fucking incredible Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent Steelbook. I love, if you take it out, it's just all different Nicolas Cage characters, just all siphoned in there like that. It is just, what a fucking movie. This movie is just phenomenal. Okay. And then we also got from fucking Lionsgate Universal Soldier. It's a movie that I actually have to try. I really like the fucking artwork on that. Look at that. The fucking artwork is just phenomenal. Lionsgate is just the best ones in the game. They've just announced a 3:10 to Yuma one, and I am so excited because that is one of my favorite fucking westerns. I can't wait. I tried watching this. I fell asleep the first time I put it on, so I gotta try it again. We got X, fucking wild horror movie. And then we picked up the Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore Steelbook, because, you know, we had the other one, so I had to do that one. And I saw it in theaters, and you guys know the deal at this point if I've seen it in theaters. I need to own it no matter how garbage the movie was. A movie that was not garbage, though, Everything Everywhere All at Once, my favorite movie of the year so far. Just fucking stellar release. I wish it got a steelbook, but this is still a really awesome fucking cover. Nice little back there. I can't wait to watch this movie again. I got this Dark Knight Rises steelbook. This was the old like Blu-ray one from when these movies were first released. So that completes my collection of getting I got the Batman Begins one. I had found the Dark Knight one, and then I finally found this one. Upgrade Sanctum had the DVD. Now we've got the Blu-ray. I've actually never seen this movie. I always keep meaning to watch it, and I just never have. It looks like it'll be like a fun, claustrophobic thriller. I've just never found the time to do it. One of the few Marvel movies I still had on DVD, the first Iron Man, so that one got upgraded. A movie I'd never had before, but we got it for cheap. Drive Angry. We're gonna watch that fucking monster Amber Heard. Can't wait. We found the Total Recall remake because my fiance has only seen the new one and I've only seen the original, so we figured that we'll trade off. She'll show me the new one and I'll show her the original, and we'll see just who is right and which one is better. We know it's me. We got another upgrade here, Bad Teacher. This is actually a really fun comedy movie. I actually really like this movie a lot. I think Cameron Diaz, Timberlake, and Jason Segel are all absolutely fucking hilarious in it. And then we got our last upgrade, Body of Lies. I don't know why it has the weird, like Spanish, French. I don't know what it is underneath it. It looks like it's Spanish. Yeah. See. Yeah, I've never seen that on a DVD, on a Blu-ray before upgrade, but whatever. It's got a slipcover. We'll take it. It's an upgrade I needed. And then keeping them right along shotgun. Look at this. This is fucking beautiful right here. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom steelbook like this. You got the fucking Shankar stones in the back. We got the Shankar stones right here in the arm. Fucking love this movie. I can't wait for Last Crusade one to come out and add that one. And obviously the Indiana Jones is one of the few franchises that whatever you put out, whatever artwork you're putting on it, I don't care. I'm going to get it. It's going to be part of it. It's one of my favorite film franchises. It's just like, I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't care. Keep putting them out. I'll buy them. We've got Angel Heart. It's a movie I've actually never seen before, but Robert De Niro, Mickey Rourke, how can you not like jump on it and try and watch it? And also, these Lionsgate steelbooks are just top of the line. Like, even if I've never seen the movie, I'm still gonna pick them up, and then I'll just give the movie a watch. Because look at those, they're just absolutely destroying the steelbook game right now. No one can touch them. Although, whoever made this one should be fucking commended, because this is a fucking phenomenal steelbook. We're up to what we picked up today, and we started off with the Men in Black 25th Anniversary Collection. I really like the front artwork on that, but the back, my God, that is just absolutely phenomenal. I fucking love that. This is just a great steelbook. I don't know who made it, who came up with the artwork, but give that man a fucking raise, or woman, whoever made it, man or woman, give them a fucking raise, because it's absolutely phenomenal. And then a great day for steelbooks. This Bob's Burgers steelbook is freaking so great too. I really love the artwork on that. And then if you open it up, it's the inside of the restaurant. This is just another great fucking steelbook. And that is my collection. There's a huge amount of movies. I think we went way too fucking long, but what are you gonna do about it? It's a fucking great selection of movies. So much good stuff that we've added, and we've got more to go. July's not over yet. We've got one more paycheck to go to get some really good movies to finish us off for the month of July. A few more Criterions, yes please. And then I think we have one more week of new releases. I think we got like Doctor Strange coming out and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up the steelbook for that one, but we've still got one more week of good stuff to be coming out. So until the next video, you guys keep collecting. You have been you, I have been me. These are our fucking movies, baby. And until next time, adventure on.